In this video, I'm going to look at USB audio interface versus mixer. What are the differences? Is an audio interface or a mixer better for your purposes? That's what I'm going to look at in this video. I'm Zane. Welcome to Simple Green Tech, where I do weekly audio tech tips, tutorials, and reviews to help you conquer the tech and unleash your creativity. And just so you know, I've included links in the description to all of the gear that I mention in this video, just in case you want to check any of it out. And now let's look at the differences between an audio interface versus mixer. And each one has its pros and cons in different situations. So I'm going to break it down into these different situations. An audio interface is designed to take your analog audio source, be it your voice or an instrument, and then transfer that to digital so your computer can understand it and record it, and then transfer it back to analog so you can hear it. And it does this in pretty much real time. So you can have an audio interface with multiple inputs, like this one has 2 inputs. A typical starter interface will have 1 input or 2. An analog mixer like this one is designed to mix and route audio. Now you can connect this to a computer without an audio interface, and I've linked to my video that shows you how to do that. You can find that in the description. There should be a card up on the screen right now to that video. But when you do that, you're putting all the heavy lifting of converting the analog to digital, then back to analog on your computer's built-in sound card, and it's most likely not designed with serious audio recording in mind. So the recording quality may not be as great when compared to an audio interface, but it can still be acceptable. You'll just have to try and see for yourself. Now, a mixer like this can have multiple inputs, allowing you to connect multiple microphones, instruments, and outboard gear. But typically it's only going to have 2 outputs, a left and right, meaning you can only record 2 separate tracks at the same time, whereas an audio interface can have multiple outputs, allowing you to record multiple tracks at the same time, depending on the one you get. So if you're wanting to record multiple tracks at the same time and have better digital audio converters, then an audio interface might be the way to go for you. Now, having said that, a mixer can still find its place in a home studio, as it can allow you to connect multiple pieces of gear at the same time without having to connect and disconnect things from the back of your audio interface. But typically you want to pair a mixer with an audio interface when you're in the home studio. Now let's look at situation 2, which is live event sound. And for this, you typically want 2 outputs, a left and right speaker, then that's your main speakers, and then maybe a couple of outputs for some monitors so your musicians or artists can hear themselves. And you might also want a headphone output if you're going to be operating the board, and then you can monitor what's going through it. And you'll also want multiple inputs for microphones and instruments and whatever other audio gear you might have to connect in live situations. Digital audio doesn't really matter here, so a mixer in this case is probably better for you. You can find mixers with multiple inputs for quite cheap compared to a USB audio interface with multiple inputs. Also, you don't need to bring a laptop or a computer with you to use it like you would with an audio interface. Of course, you can bring your laptop and an audio interface with you to record your live event and get some great audio. So there you have 2 situations, and you can see the differences between a USB audio interface versus mixer, and you can decide what's better for your particular situation. Of course, there are mixers with USB audio interfaces built right into them, but that's for another video. Now, click here for my video showing you how to connect a mixer to your computer without an audio interface, or click down here to see what YouTube thinks you should watch next. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more videos from me. Thank you so much for watching. For Simple Green Tech, I'm Zane. Keep creating, and we'll talk soon.